In the world of MMA, there are fighters, and then there's Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, a Liverpool-born warrior forged in the cage with a determination that defies all logic. From the moment he steps into the octagon, the air is charged with adrenaline. His aggression, his absolute dominance, his insatiable hunger for victory make him a storm that devastates anyone who stands in his way. Every blow, every movement is a declaration of power. He doesn't fight for fame. He doesn't fight for glory. He fights to leave his mark on history. This is his legacy. This is his reign. It's time for war. It's time for history. It's time for Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. But before, subscribe if you like Paddy, even though he talks a bit too much sometimes. Pimblett was born on January 3, 1995, in Liverpool, England. From a young age, he showed interest in mixed martial arts, MMA. Inspired by a fight between Vitor Belfort and Rich Franklin at UFC 103. At age 15, he began training with Next Generation MMA, where he developed his aggressive style and mastery of grappling. He made his professional debut in 2012, accumulating a 3-0 record before signing with Cage Warriors. In 2016, he became the featherweight champion, defeating Johnny Freishi. He defended his title against Julian Erosa in a highly controversial unanimous decision. However, he lost the belt in 2017 to Nad Narimani, which led him to move up to the lightweight division, following a victory in his new weight class. He challenged for the Cage Warriors lightweight championship, but lost by unanimous decision to Søren Bak. After 2 more wins in the organization, he finally signed with the UFC in 2021, after turning down 2 previous offers. Since then, he has proven to be one of the most exciting figures in the sport. With an aggressive style and charismatic personality that has won over fans, he is currently ranked number 8 in the UFC lightweight rankings. In his professional debut at OMAC 15, Legacy, Paddy Pimblett burst into the octagon with overwhelming energy as he faced Nathan "Chicken" Thompson. From the first moment, the young prodigy made it clear he was coming to dominate. With surprising speed and aggression, he took control of the fight. Just 1 minute and 51 seconds into the first round, Pimblett secured a lethal submission that neutralized Thompson, leaving the crowd breathless. Every moment of that fight vibrated with the promise of a future full of success and epic moments. After his professional debut, Paddy Pimblett made a significant leap in his career by joining Cage Warriors. In his debut in this category, at the CWFC 56 event in London, he faced Florian Callan and demonstrated his explosiveness by defeating him by unanimous decision. Shortly after, in March 2014, he faced Martin Sheridan at Cage Warriors 65, where he once again prevailed with a clear decision victory.
Handling commentary duties here at Cage Warriors 65 and a great...
And to round out this stage, in May 2014, at the CW 68 event in Liverpool, Pimblett demonstrated his versatility and technique by submitting Conrad Hayes.
Much easier as he sits down. Looks like he might be finding some space. Big submission win!
This impressive winning streak earned him the opportunity to fight for the title. He arrived at Cage Warriors 78 in Liverpool with the mission of proving that his explosiveness and technique were not just promising. The fight against Johnny Freishi, Paddy Pimblett, known as the Baddy, entered the octagon ready to make history against Johnny Freishi. From the first bell, his aggressiveness and speed were evident. He connected precise blows while dominating every corner of the fight. In just 1 minute and 35 seconds of the first round, The action intensified until culminating in a spectacular TKO, which forced Frazier to stop him. This victory not only gave him the vacant featherweight title, but also consolidated Pimblett's meteoric rise on the world MMA scene. After winning the Cage Warriors Featherweight Championship by defeating Johnny Frazier, Paddy Pimblett's journey was filled with challenges and lessons learned that shaped him as a fighter. He defended his weight class against Julian Erosa. The judges awarded him a unanimous decision, but many felt his dominance and skills weren't fully reflected on the card, sparking debate among fans and experts.
Erosa at 100%. If we had a rematch, it wouldn't be a fight, it'd be a massacre.
This experience marked the end of his time at featherweight. Determined to continue evolving, Pimblett moved up to the lightweight division. In his debut in this new weight class, he racked up a resounding victory that highlighted his aggressiveness and versatility. However, his ambition led him to challenge for the Cage Warriors Lightweight Championship, in a fight in which, despite his effort and skill, he lost by unanimous decision to Søren Bak. Each of these fights was instrumental in shaping his style and temperament, teaching him crucial lessons and preparing him for the next big step in his career, entering the UFC. At UFC Apex, Paddy Pimblett made his explosive UFC debut in a fight that will be remembered for its intensity. The fight against Luigi Vendramini began turbulently when a powerful left hook from Vendramini rocked Paddy and put him in a tight spot. However, far from being slowed down, the young fighter regrouped with unwavering determination.
Sorry, DC, go ahead.
It's Owen Hart. It's young Owen Hart. That's who it was.
James, but clearly the Vendramini corner.
Oh! Huge left for Vendramini!
With an incredible spin, he landed a devastating right hook that stunned his opponent, marking the turning point of the fight.
Look at that!
From that moment on, Pimblett unleashed a relentless barrage of punches that forced the referee to stop the fight, securing him a TKO victory. It was an electrifying debut that heralded the arrival of a new and unstoppable force in the octagon. His next matchup, in an intense UFC fight night, the clash between Paddy Pimblett and Rodrigo Vargas unfolded in a dynamic and connected manner, showcasing every phase of the combat art. From the outset, Vargas attempted to dictate the pace with hard-hitting strikes that tested Baddy's resilience. In the early stages, the exchange became tense, with both fighters seeking control.
His record, they only got a knockout, but he's going to try. Yeah, keep coming. His knee.
After regaining control of the fight, Pimblett transitioned to the ground and accurately secured a devastating rear naked choke that forced Vargas to tap out at 3:49 of the first round.
Easier.
At UFC London, the fight between Paddy Pimblett and Jordan Levitt unfolded in a whirlwind of action. In the first round, Pimblett launched an overwhelming offensive with powerful punching combinations that kept Levitt on his toes.
The reality is, on the feet, Paddy is significantly.
Despite his opponent attempting to counterattack and scoring a takedown at a key moment, Baddy showed his composure and responded skillfully in the clinch, maintaining the pressure relentlessly.
Triangle. Punching the leg, that's not a good sign.
As the second round began, Pimblett further intensified his attack. with almost surgical precision. He landed a flurry of punches that forced the fight to the ground, there demonstrating absolute dominance. He closed the action with a devastating rear naked choke that spectacularly sealed the victory. Every stage of the fight was a showcase of technique and strategy, fluidly combining the aggressiveness of his striking with the effectiveness of his grappling. A vibrant display that reaffirms Pimblett's unstoppable rise in the octagon.
This is it. Jordan Levitt has never been finished. Levitt, if he wants to be able to defend, this is a really compromised position. His coach told me he believes that Paddy's going to... This could be it. This is it.
His next clash against Jared Gordon turned into a true display of technique and determination.
He said he was born to do this. Way too low when he's in close.
Over 3 intense rounds, both fighters engaged in a vibrant exchange. Pimblett began the fight with his trademark aggressive momentum, landing precise combinations, while Gordon tried to impose his rhythm with technical strikes and moments of control in the clinch.
They see how well that's landed for Pimblett had his moments too, though. He did a kick by Baddy.
Good body shot from Pimblett.
As the fight progressed, Baddy fine-tuned his strategies, adapting to his opponent's efforts and making key decisions at critical moments. Ultimately, the scales tipped in Pimblett's favor, who earned a unanimous decision victory, cementing his rise in the UFC and demonstrating that his explosiveness and control in the octagon are difficult to match. Paddy Pimblett was emerging as the new face of the division, with an upward streak and explosive energy. And that's how he arrived at his next fight. At UFC 296, a clash of generations took place when Tony Ferguson, the veteran Kukui, faced Paddy Pimblett, the emerging Baddy, in a fight that marked a turning point in the division. From the first round, Pimblett took control, setting a relentless pace with quick and precise combinations that put Ferguson on the defensive.
That lead leg of Ferguson is really welted early.
During the first 2 rounds, the young Brit demonstrated tactical superiority, connecting punches and achieving takedowns that demonstrated his dominance in the octagon.
And fell backwards, and it looks like he's combinations that,
Although in the 3rd round, glimpses of the veteran's experience were glimpsed, his efforts were not enough to counter Pimblett's intensity. After 3 rounds, Paddy Pimblett's unanimous decision victory sealed his meteoric rise and reaffirmed his status as an unstoppable force in the UFC. At UFC 304, the matchup between Paddy Pimblett and Bobby King Green unfolded as a true lesson in the fluid transition between striking and grappling. From the outset, Pimblett lit up the octagon with leg kicks and precise punching combinations, setting a relentless pace that put Green on the defensive.
I ain't complaining. You can eat here, and then like an hour later, you're like starving. Like, what are you getting? Where's the potatoes?
Feeling the pressure, Green tried to force changes in pace, throwing aggressive combinations, taunting, and even looking for a takedown to disrupt the flow of the fight. However, Pimblett's reaction was spot on. In a masterful twist, he transitioned to the ground and wrapped Green in an impeccable triangle choke, masterfully securing the submission by combining it with an armbar. This decisive move forced Green to submit via technical submission in the 1st round, conclusively demonstrating the Baddy's complete dominance.
Bobby. King. He was under the chin for a second with a drive shot. This is tight.
UFC 314 witnessed an iconic clash between experience and explosive youth. From the outset, Michael Chandler sought to impose his power and technique with takedowns and signature ground and pound, attempting to showcase the toughness that had made him renowned in the division.
got such a wide stance.
Good uppercut.
However, Paddy Pimblett, known as Baddy, held his own and began landing precise combinations from distance, demonstrating his aggressive style.
Good late round offense from Paddy.
As the fight progressed into the second round, Pimblett took complete control. His increasingly intense punches drove Chandler backward and opened up the necessary openings for a decisive takedown.
Just no more than one. Oh! Big knee from the comeback.
The accumulation of accurate blows led the referee to halt the action, sealing the TKO victory for the young Briton, who reaffirmed his meteoric rise in the lightweight division. This fight not only demonstrated Pimblett's technical and tactical evolution, but also marked a turning point in Paddy Pimblett's career, proving that the new era of lightweight wrestling in the UFC was here to stay.
Paddy Pimblett.
Then they're big top.
Paddy Pimblett is the embodiment of boldness and dynamism in the world of MMA. From his explosive debut, where he announced his arrival with a submission victory in just minutes, to his time in Cage Warriors, where he was crowned champion and demonstrated a superiority that paved the way to new horizons, each fight has been a stepping stone in his meteoric rise. In the UFC, he has faced experienced opponents and has shown with a talent that fuses aggression, technique, and charisma in every round, making it clear that the new era of lightweight has a name: Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. If you'd like to see more of his fights, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming stories and fights. See you in the next video.